Hi guys, so with flu and cold season still upon us, I wanted to do a video about some of my favorite must-haves for if you have an infant who has a cold, and the things that I have found through having 6 kids, the things that I always turn to. And so I thought I would throw this little video together to help any of you other moms out there if your baby has a cold, or for you moms who are maybe pregnant or expecting for your future baby who might catch a cold. So I have the things out in front of me of what I turn to and use the most. So I will just go down the line and show you what I have and just explain a little bit about each, unless they're like self-explanatory. So I'm just gonna go ahead and start on this side. First off, if your baby has a cold, like right now my baby is 7 months old and he had RSV about a month and a half ago, and his nose ran like crazy and I was constantly wiping it. I eventually got to the point where I just started using burp cloths to wipe him because I was so tired of running and getting tissues. But if you have had a baby with a cold, you know that their nose runs like a faucet constantly. So the first thing I have here is just a box of tissues. This is just the Target Up and Up brand. But like I said, I do eventually get to where I'm just grab burp cloths and use them because it's just so much easier and softer on their little noses. And then to kind of go along with that are these boogie wipes. These boogie wipes are great because they have saline in them, which kind of helps break up the crusty snot when it gets to the end of the cold, where the snot is kind of crustifying onto their little nose. So I have some boogie wipes to kind of go along with the tissues. And then to kind of go along with the snot, I have, actually here, I'll back up. The next thing I have is children's ibuprofen. Now I know that your baby cannot take the children's oral suspension ibuprofen form or Tylenol until they're 6 months old, unless it's like the infant Tylenol. So, but since my baby's 7 months old, I was able to give him some of this for just fever or whatever. And then of course you need just a little medicine dropper or syringe. So I have that. Then the next things I have are just some of my favorite like skin protectants, because sometimes when they have a cold it makes them have mad diarrhea, which then can give them diaper rash. So the first ointment that I really like to put on my babies are the Burt's Bees diaper rash ointment. I really like this stuff. I also really love Desitin, but I'm finding that I kind of like this a little bit better, but I do use Desitin as well. So I have the Burt's Bees, and then I also like to use Aquaphor, and sometimes I'll put both on if their rash is bad enough. He unfortunately had a really bad rash because he had to be on antibiotics for ear infections, so I ended up using both of those on him. And then for like their little face, with all the wiping and stuff, sometimes their face can break out and a little bit of eczema, and so I have this coconut oil from Cocoa Baby, and I really like this a lot to just kind of rub on his little face to kind of help soothe him from all the nose wiping. The next, for kind of goes along with all the snot, is these nose suctioners. Now we all know the hospital gives you these, but these nose suctioners are pretty much worthless. They really do not get much out. It's just more surface snot that they get than anything. And what I have found is the Nose Frida. This thing is amazing. Now I know it looks disgusting because it's showing the mom sucking it, but it has, here I can go ahead and open it. This is what it looks like when it's out of the box. And this is the part that you put into your mouth right here. And then you put this bulb syringe part in the baby's nose. And inside there, when you take it apart, it has a filter, that little spongy filter right there. That is what blocks the snot from actually getting into your mouth, so you do not get any snot into your mouth. But this thing can suction their nose out like nothing else. My baby actually had to be taken to the hospital to be suctioned out a few times, and the respiratory therapist said this is getting actually used in hospitals, and respiratory therapists, #1, recommend this Nose Frida. They say it is amazing, and it is. I can testify to that. And then also to go with that are just some of the filters, just like refill. It's a 20-pack refill of the filters. So definitely, if you are having a baby or have one, definitely get one of these. They are a lifesaver. And then what I like to do before I suction out is put saline drops in their nose because it kind of breaks up the snot and makes it a lot easier to suction out. So this is just saline drops by Little Remedies, and this is for all ages, so it's completely safe for infants, as it has a little infant on the front there. The next, a thermometer, because they can tend to run fevers with colds, and you always want to check to make sure their fever's not getting too high. So I just have this one, and this one's just an ear one. It's really simple to use. It just looks like this, and then it has some of the protectors to put on the end there. But it just looks like this, and it's so simple. It literally takes like 2 seconds to read. And so we really like that one. So definitely need a thermometer, and I just turned it on. And then after that, I have some of this Baby Rub by Vicks. This is just some soothing Vicks Vapor Rub ointment, and this is made for babies, so it's completely safe. And I like to use this. I just take a little bit of this and just rub it on their chest, and I find that it is really soothing for them. So I definitely recommend that as well. That's a must. And then the last thing I have over here, which I think helped my baby so much, is a humidifier. I just picked this humidifier up from Vicks at Walmart. I think it was like 15 or 20 bucks. Super cheap. Just fill it with water, plug it in. And then what's kind of nice about this one is it has these little vapor pads. They're just menthol vapors, and you just stick them up on the top up here, and as the humidifier is running, it gives off a vapor or a menthol mist, which is really nice. It fills the whole room up with a menthol mist. So very nice. Definitely need a humidifier. So, but anyway, having a baby with a cold can be such a nightmare because it keeps them from sleeping. And another thing that I have found with my babies, and if you can do, is I try to prop my babies up at like a little bit of an angle. That way it kind of helps keep the congestion at bay as much as possible, and just make sure they're staying hydrated. And yeah, I don't know, I hope this video helped you guys, because I know that having a sick baby is one of the scariest things ever. And I just thought that maybe some of you other moms out there, even new moms, because a lot of my friends on here are having their first baby. So I just wanted to put this little video together to just give you some ideas on things that I use when my babies have colds. And anyway, yeah, if you have any questions for me, or maybe something that you use that I didn't show here that you think I could benefit from, please just comment down below. And please make sure to subscribe if you are new to my channel, and I will, yeah, I would love to have you join me. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoy this video. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it, and I will talk to you guys in my next one. Bye.